What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another day of the body shop. Today what we're doing is, sorry for the wind noise, we're going to be painting that trunk lid and the rear bumper to that Honda. So I went to go get my mask. We're on our way to go meet up with Jose. Jose's back again to learn how to paint. So he's mixing up sealer right now. And I'll probably just turn the camera around so you guys can see him. Mixing, yeah. So he's out there. He's over there mixing. I'm going to show you what we have. So we already wet the floor. When you're painting in a booth like this where it doesn't really have a ventilation system, you want to wet the floor because the dust is just going to fly everywhere. So if you wet the floor like this, it's going to be 50%, not 100% better than painting it with a dry floor. So as you can see behind me, I have the trunk lid. And then on the other side, we have the bumper. So we're just gonna get these shot. And then tomorrow we're gonna be working on the car, get all the dents all pulled out of that one, and then basically put the trunk together. So he did message me back. He wants to go the second route, which I believe was fix it to where it fits, but you don't have to make it too perfect. So like I said, it's a high school car. They're not really looking to put too much into money into it. So that's what we're gonna do, and basically, yeah. So we mixed up the paint. The paint was like $100 to mix up. I know you guys can tell when I bought the gallon was like $300 basically, but it's a lot cheaper buying the gallon already pre-made than it is mixing it yourself, because when you mix it yourself, you have to use a bunch of toners and everything. With them, they already know what they're making. And they're not really color matching. They just make you the color that you ask for, and that's it. So that's why it's a lot cheaper buying the gallons than it is basically mixing it at the paint shop. But the benefits of that is that the paint shop can get closer to the color match than the people who actually produce the colors. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Like I said, Jose's gonna be painting, and I'm just gonna be here guiding him and showing him what to do, what not to do. So yeah, it's going to be another learning video of basically teaching someone else the trade. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and head back and see how it goes. Aftermath, pretty dry. It's a little wet, but I think we'll be good. Always happens with you with the runs.
Well,
Primo.
the gun is tripping.
Why? Is it the gun's fault or your fault?
It's my hand.
The gun, pero I sprayed it, right? But we'll go ahead and get this sanded down. What are we using, 800?
Yeah, 800.
800, so get it sanded down, then we'll go ahead and put another coat of sealer. We'll let that dry again, and then we'll go ahead and start facing. So stuff like this happens to anybody. It happened to me a couple times, so you know, but we gotta fix it, gotta get it right. If we were just to paint it like this, you're totally gonna see that for sure. So we can't let that happen, especially if we want a clean paint job. So yeah, you can use, you know, the lighter the grit, which this is 800, the better. I've seen people, I use 500 sometimes just to sand it down and then get it all nice and smooth and then go over with 800. But sometimes you can see the scratches like that. So we're just gonna stick with 800. And then I think there was 1,000 in here too. And then we'll probably move to 1,000, get that sanded down. And then should be ready for another coat. So luckily we don't have to spray the whole coat or spray the whole trunk lid again. We just gotta spray this little area so that we get a good coverage. And then yeah, so tag rack it off. And then we'll go move to 800. How's it feel? Make sure you get these ones right here. You can kind of see it. You want to get rid of these lines right here. Yeah, if you don't get rid of these lines, then you're going to see it through the face. So. And then once you think you got it good, and then just sand it a poquito más, like right here. That way it kind of feathers out. And then once we do that, then we should be good to respray it out.
Feels good.
How's it feel? Feel good? Perfect. Yeah, we'll take the tack rag, we'll blow it off, and spray it. Nah. And just like that, guys, it's gone, like it never even happened. So we're gonna let this dry for another 15 minutes. Everything else is pretty dry, but because we had to do that, we're gonna let that dry. We could put color on that right now, but you know, since there's not good ventilation system, then we're just gonna wait on that. So it was 15 minutes and we'll be right back. That guy's priming, painting.
Hey, let me put some gloves.
You see how? Alright guys, I think it's all dried. I'm gonna go ahead and tack rag it. Tack rag it, go ahead and start spraying. So. The reason why you tack rag is so you get all this dirt off. This is metallic, so don't stop in the middle, because then you're gonna make a line and it's gonna be a bitch to try to get it out. So. Yeah,
It
yeah. So you can't really see.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like you're like, man, did I miss this spot? So I was like,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I had to go back and check, and I was like, no, I think it's just drying, but yeah, looks like it covered.
Everything looked pretty good. So a little bit dirty, pero that's what we get for not painting in the other booth. So, well, it's my fault, pero that's how I wanted it anyways. But yeah, if you guys were wondering, we had to go look to see if we got everything covered. There was a little spot that we missed on the very bottom, but you'll never see that spot, so we're gonna be okay. How much we have? A little bit left over. Yeah, just
have like at least maybe an ounce.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just have a tad bit left over. Yeah, barely. So if we wanted to, we could probably do a little bit more on the coat. Oh, we forgot to do the backside.
Oh, the trunk on?
Yeah.
You want me to get that backside of the trunk?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and hit the backside and then try to get as much covered as you can. It doesn't have to be 2 coats, but it'll make it look decent. So yeah. All right, yeah, just turn on the lights so you don't paint in the dark. So you guys, I'm gonna let him do that by himself. That way I'm not always over his shoulder. I'm trying to get him used to like basically paint alone. I did the same thing I did at Dawson. So I was there the first time, I was there the second time, but then on the third time I told him like, you're on your own. You're gonna learn how to do it. If you make a mistake, that's your fault. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him do that. I know a lot of people, they like to have someone look over them, but you know, you have to get used to basically working by yourself when you're doing projects like this, just for the fact that you know, when the other guy can't be there and you have to do it, then you basically you learn from it. So I basically had Brandon and Brewster help me paint as well when I first started painting. After that, I told myself, you know, I'm just gonna ride the bull and see where it takes me. So yeah, to me, it's a better way learning like that. Basically, when someone shows you the first time what mistakes you made, how to paint, basically show you how to move the gun. The second time, I like to basically have the other person paint. And then, well, the first time I like to paint myself, showing them how to paint. The second one is I like to show them how to paint, which basically I need to show them their technique instead of my technique. And that's where a lot of teachers fail at basically painting, teaching other people to paint, is that they're trying to teach them their technique of how to paint. I show them my technique, but I'm like, your technique could be completely different from mine. So that's the other thing, is that he paints a little bit different, plus he paints with right hand, so I know righties and lefties, we're similar, but we're still different in a way. So basically by showing him his own technique, he's going to learn a lot more and a lot quicker. So Dawson likes to paint a different way, I like to paint a different way, and now he likes to paint a different way. So 3 different painters, 3 different styles. So no painter is ever going to be the same. Whether they could be 80% the same, but there'll still be that 20% to where they move a little bit different. So that's one way I like to show them. And other than that, you know, once they get used to it, they're basically the first paint job, the second one gets easier than the third one. And then color matching is a whole different story. I cannot teach you how to do that. Dawson's going to be second best to do it. So yeah, I think he's about done. Did you get it all covered? See?
Kind of hard, but yeah, I got it covered.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, we're gonna get this gun cleaned up, and then we're gonna mix up some clear. And after that, I think we're good, no?
Yeah.
Go home. Barely.
Benitas.
Ooh. Barely.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, go ahead and get this gun clean, and then we'll show you when we're about to clear. Bad news. Locked out of the computer. So we're gonna have to mix this by hand. We looked up the mixing ratio. This is a 2 to 1 to 1. So I was explaining it to him how we're gonna do it. So, as you can see, the mixing ratio right there is 2 to 1. We're gonna mix it to the 5, to this other line right here, and then to the last line. So 3 different products, 3 different lines. So yeah, this way, it's not as bad this way, but you can get a better calculation when you have the computer. But That way you're not wasting so much material, but since we don't have the luxury, we're gonna have to mix it this way. After the clear, and then after the activator, then we put the reducer. So, like I said, you guys, it's not bad doing it this way, but you just get better calculations and you waste less material when you use the computer. So yeah, then we're gonna add a little bit. You could probably squeeze it to this one. We'll probably just put 30. So we'll just put whatever's in there. Usually when you mix that much, that's how much you put. Alright, you guys. Now we just gotta mix it up. And then we are gonna double check to see if everything cleared up in the booth and it's ready to be shot. Now we're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. So let me mix this up and then we'll take you to the booth. Yeah, I'm like, why the heck is it getting so foggy? And yeah, so la cucuy. Alright guys, just looked, everything's all dry. Now we're gonna go ahead and put 2 coats of clear on. And then it should be golden. Yeah, take a tack rag it off. And yeah, we'll be ready. Like I said, you guys, what we do with this tack rag, you always see it do it like before every coat. This helps us get all the dirt off, so that way when we go to put our last coat or our clear, then no dirt is going to do this. Now, the only thing that you guys can do is once you put your coat of clear, do not tack rag that, because if you do, you're really going to mess up that whole paint job and you're going to have to do it all over again. So that's not what we want. That's not what we don't want to do. So, like I said, when it comes to the sealer or the base coat, we can go ahead and do this as many times as we want. Even if he just feels uncomfortable and it's still dirty, he can go over it again. But like I said, once it comes to clear, that's it. You have to clear it until the end. So yeah, so more information for you guys, so that way you guys don't tack rag the clear, because then you guys are gonna feel very sad and very mad, very upset. So he's gonna go ahead and clear, and we're gonna get our face mask on. So. All right, you guys, Jose's in there just double checking everything, make sure he doesn't have a dry spot. Everything turned out crystal clean. No runs, thank God. I remember, if you guys remember his first paint job, we painted that Chevy Sonic. He ran it on the door and we had to fix that, but this time we don't have to fix anything. We might have to do a little bit of polish work because of the dirt, but that's normal. So, oh, I think he missed one. Here, we'll see what he missed. Yeah, it looks like he missed a spot on the bumper. He probably didn't like it, so that's what I told him. I told him if he doesn't like the way it looks, just put another coat, but don't put too much, because then if you put too much, that's what causes the run. So we'll see what he has to say. A little bit. Yeah, see, I was gonna mix up like 23 ounces. I think that would have been enough, huh? Yeah. What'd you see on the bumper? Was there a run?
Just a little, like, kind of like a little haze dry spot on the lip.
So you just decided.
Just like a
okay.
pass.
Yeah. So everything else looked good. The trunk lid looked good.
Yeah.
Looked like it turned out good. But we're gonna go ahead and clean up the gun. Wait a little bit, and then basically that's it. Done for today.
My boys.
And then tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
the real work begins. So yeah. How was your first paint job, or your second one? Better? It turned out better?
Yeah, I think I was more like in the flow.
Yeah.
More relaxed. Just not trying to make it too perfect. Just basically just go with it.
Like you said, the more you paint, the more comfortable you'll get.
Yeah.
I remember the first paint job, you're a little bit stiff.
Yeah, I sure did feel stiff the first time. Though.
Yeah, so today was a different day, boys. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys, until the next video, which is us putting it together. So Jose's gonna kind of help me by putting the trunk lid on, so that way I don't scratch it all up. But other than that, get it all put together, get it detailed, so that way I can take it back to Gage. I don't know if you remember him, but he does all my detail work. So this is his car. Well, I don't know if it's his personally, but this is the car that he just brought me. So gonna get it all cleaned up, fixed right, and then give it back to him, and then basically on to the next project, which I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out soon enough. So until next time, you guys, see you around.